Do you feel like you have a ton of great ideas, but have a hard time with following through? Do you consistently feel overwhelmed just thinking, I have so much to do and so little time? Once upon a time, I was living the all or nothing lifestyle, where I was working way too much in my business that I neglected other areas of my life, like family, relationships, and sometimes even my self-care and health. Out of frustration for lack of results, I started to become obsessed with creating systems in my life and business so I could work out how to effectively use my time within a 24-hour period so I can achieve my goals. I got sick of being busy and I wanted to achieve and complete one of the many ideas and projects that I had in my thoughts and my dreams. Can you relate? Hi, I'm Jessica Ann, brain strategist and founder of the Key Planner, which is a goal-orientated accountability system packaged in a personal organizer and journal. So if you have big ideas and goals that you'd like to accomplish and you'd like to know how to create a plan to reach them, then join me in this 3-part video series to watch top 5 steps on how to set goals you'd actually want to achieve. Welcome to Jessica Ann TV. If you're someone who enjoys learning tips and strategies around personal branding, productivity, and living a life by design, then hit the bell to receive notifications and subscribe to this channel, so you'll be the first to know when I release a new episode each week on a Wednesday at 9 p.m. New Zealand time. Now, a word of warning, many people do not achieve their goals, and there are 2 major reasons why. Firstly, we experience overwhelm mainly due to the fact of just taking on too many projects and goals at one time that we don't end up completing anything. And to make matters worse, if we dare to set goals that push us outside of our comfort zone, then we are likely to add fear and doubt to the equation of not achieving our goal, and we end up reverting back to how we were. And I'm completely guilty of this. So this is why I created an accountability system called the Key Planner, a personal journal and organizer, so you and I can keep all our goals, thoughts, and ideas all in one place while managing our time and task. And this project was born out of an obsession to create a system in my life so I and others can commit to living a life of excellence and achieving our goals. Now stay tuned until the end of this video and I'll let you know how you can download a digital sample to help you set achievable goals and plan for success. Now the second reason why many people don't achieve their goals is due to lack of clarity, which means people don't set goals that they can realistically achieve, nor are they clear in understanding the outcome or the results that they desire to achieve. So I don't want you to limit your imagination, but one thing I'd like you to do is to be really clear and content with where you are starting today. And remember, life's a journey. As my brother says, it's all about the journey and not the destination. If you would consider your journey as you would consider your destination, you'll truly value the process and endure the pain to get there. Lionel Bryan singer. So I do ask that you dream big and create a vision beyond your wildest dreams. However, you need to be committed to being clear on the results you're seeking and committed to taking consistent action. Now let's get started in video 1, and here are the top 5 steps to setting goals you'd want to achieve. There are 7 steps all around, but join me in this series. So step number 1 is to create a vision and intention. Now before you start planning out your goals, you need to clearly define what do you want to accomplish and why it truly matters to you. So here, I would like you to think about the 6 key areas in life. So that's your finances, career and business, your personal life, such as your hobbies, what you do in your spare time, health and fitness, business and personal relationships, and finally, contribution. Now, covering all of these areas, write out a list of aspirational goals, like your top 100 things you'd like to do, experience, and achieve over a lifetime. And this doesn't have to be an active list either. You can always add to it as time goes on, but the purpose of this exercise is to get your thoughts to paper and think about what you would like to accomplish. Once you have your list of intentions, prune the list to think about the year ahead, to create a vision board to help you visualize when you get to the end of the year how your future self and life could look and feel like if you were to achieve some of those goals on your intention list. At this point, you don't necessarily need to know exactly how you're going to get there, because no doubt you'll figure it out along the way. All you need to do is just take those first steps by creating a vision and intention to implement the activities you'll need to do on a consistent basis. Now, a favorite quote of mine is from Yogi Berra. If you don't know where you are going, you might wind up someplace else. Therefore, establishing a clear vision that's in alignment to your personal life's mission is a great place to start to give you the motivation and the direction to the results you want to accomplish. Step 2, establish your breakthrough goal and break it down into achievable steps and tasks. Now, I would like you to decide on one breakthrough goal you need to accomplish that will be the momentum that you need to be able to help you gain personal fulfillment in all 6 of the areas I mentioned previously. So a breakthrough goal should stretch you out of your comfort zone. It should challenge you, and it should be the first domino, so to speak, right? A major goal that will help bring the 6 areas of your life goals into alignment. Now, this could be starting a business or publishing a book or perhaps developing a product, career change or promotion, maybe a major health and lifestyle goal to give you the energy and a better quality of life. Now, there are 3 criteria that you'll need to write out your breakthrough goal, and that is to be specific, measurable, and timely by setting yourself a deadline of when you'd like to achieve this goal by. Now, let me give you an example of a vague goal versus a specific, measurable, and timely goal. So the vague goal, I want to own my own house, versus a smart goal, I want to buy a 3 to 4 bedroom house in this city so I'm close to family on a small lifestyle block so I can build a warehouse for my home-based business that will allow me to look after my grandmother, grow my own fruit and veggies so I can eat and give for under X amount of dollars in cash by my birthday, the 9th of June 2018. Now, this type of goal is a breakthrough goal because it hits your financial goals, your business and career, health and fitness, contribution goals, as well as relationships, because family is important. So can you see what I did there? Vague goal versus specific goal. And that's a breakthrough goal that creates a domino effect that's specific, measurable, and timely, and became my realization on the 11th of July this year. So I was a month out from achieving this goal, but a month isn't such a big deal, am I right? Now, this is why having clarity around what you want is powerful. So take some time not to miss the first 2 steps and be specific of the outcome, the result you're seeking to achieve. And then, of course, no goal is real until it's scheduled. And this brings me to step number 3, schedule it into your planner, your Google Calendar, preferably somewhere where you will see it every single day. And it's not enough to just schedule in your breakthrough goals. As I mentioned in step 2, you'll need to reverse engineer your goal and break it down into achievable steps and tasks. So keeping the end goal in mind, work backwards and write out all the steps that you'll need to take for your goal to be reached, and schedule in the action needed to complete that task by a specific date and time. Now, I'm going to be putting out a separate video in this series on my top tips from idea to completion, so don't forget to hit the bell to receive notifications and subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of research that suggests that people who specifically schedule in their goals and tasks to state what, how much, and by when they're going to take the specific action are much more likely to stick to their goals and see it through to completion. Step number 4 is personal accountability. Now, we live in a world full of distractions, so if you're not organizing your life around your vision, your goals, your dreams that you'd like to achieve, and what truly matters to you, it is very likely you'll end up with excuses and a case of analysis paralysis. Therefore, you've got to organize your life around achieving your goal and quit the excuses of, I have so much to do and so little time. Now, here's a little tough love here. We all have 24 hours in a day. So allowing yourself to get connected to your goals and your vision on a daily basis will help ignite that flame to help you do the things that you need to do. And if something is significant to you, you'll make time for it. Now remember, there is always a solution, and no one knows you better than you. So you need to be honest with yourself and realistic as to what you can accomplish within a day and what's truly important to you. So aim to work within your abilities, and remember, you'll improve and you'll overcome any obstacle that you face with the frequency of consistent action. And finally, step number 5 is create a sense of urgency. One of the misconceptions people have is that they create yearly goals. Now, I'm not saying that yearly goals are bad, as some projects may take a year or more to complete, but hear me out here. One of the reasons why I developed the Key Planner layout to be in 13-week or 90-day plan is I wanted to keep my vision of how I wanted my year to look and feel like, but based from personal experience, I found if I set yearly goals, that allowed me to get distracted. Put off tasks I should be completing, thinking I've got a whole year to do this. Then come a week out from the deadline and I'm cramming to try and achieve my goal and start my assignment or my task assigned to a specific deadline. Can you relate? I then learned a far more effective strategy was to have my yearly vision to fuel my perseverance and motivation, but aim to execute my goals within a 13-week or 90-day period. So I found that time blocking and scheduling in the task to achieve my goals within a leaner time frame that was realistic yet within a tighter deadline did the trick to overcome procrastination. So I would like to challenge you. Are you up for it? Do you have a breakthrough goal that if you planned right, you could execute within a 13-week or 90-day period? Drop a comment below, as I would love to hear it. Now let's make this challenge a little bit more interesting. All you need to do is follow the Key Planner over on Instagram @the Key Planner. And I'll announce a challenge and reward on Friday the 7th of December 2018. Now that you know how to set goals you'd like to achieve, take action by heading over to thekeyplanner.com. Click on the header at the top of the page to enter your details, and a digital sample of the Key Planner will be waiting in your inbox. Now, did you enjoy this video? If so, let me know by liking it below and hit that subscribe button, and I'll be honored if you shared it with your friends, your family, your colleagues, business network, or anyone you know seeking to live a life of intention and create achievable goals. Now, before I go, I would like to share a quote by Andrew Carnegie. If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. Andrew Carnegie. And remember, don't just live your life, design your best life so you can live the life that you want to live. Thank you so much for watching Jessica Ran TV, and I'll see you next week on how to create a vision board that works. Ka kite, bye for now.